the legendary Seadoo XP X4. This is a 1995, which is supposedly ultra rare. It does have the pink on the bottom, the hump seat, the single gauge pod, and anyways, this is super cool. But what's better than one of these things? How about two of them? Hey, it's Josh here, and today with the 95 Seadoo XP, we are getting out my Project 96 Seadoo XP, and we're gonna drag race these two and see which one is faster. Also gonna show you what work I did to fix up the 96 XP a little bit and get it actually ready to go up against the 95. The 95 has actually been sold / traded, but we're still gonna run it out here today because we still have it, but it does have a new owner, and let me explain kind of what's going on with that. The 95 Seadoo XP, which has actually been sold / traded for, well, before I say what it's been traded for, let me tell you, there's quite a story behind what's going on here, but it has been traded for this. So basically, this is just going to be going across the pond, literally just across the way there. And the guys came and looked at it yesterday, and it was John and his son Tyler that are getting this. And if I got your names wrong, sorry guys. But anyways, they're getting this and they're trading it for that because that thing's got some pump issues and the dealer wanted stupid money to get it fixed. So they just want to get back out on the water, so easier to trade straight across than to go spend money on a new one. But wouldn't you know it, they're gonna pick it up yesterday and it kept fouling plugs and it wasn't running quite right. And I didn't even think about this at the time, but Jason put these little screens on the carbs because these apparently were just open, and I didn't really think about it that much, and neither did he. But it changed the fueling enough that it was fouling spark plugs. I ended up just doing a little bit of carb tuning on it and turning all the fuel screws in about 1/4 to 1/8 of a turn, and it seemed to make it a lot more happy. But wouldn't you know it, after doing all that shenanigans, the starter on this thing went out. So it was really good that they didn't get it from us yesterday. So got that all sorted out, and now basically Jason has arrived and we're gonna just do a little bit of tuning and testing before they come pick it up to make sure it definitely works correctly.
Yeah, yesterday was a real Seadoo day.
Fortunately, those guys are really cool, and actually not all the people who come to get stuff from us are just great and fun to be around, and those guys are great. So it really wasn't a big deal. We're just kind of hanging out, talking, and Tyler was out test riding this thing, but like I said, it kept kind of fouling plugs. So we're getting her sorted out and we're getting it traded off. I told them if they ever get rid of it, they have to give it back to us because it's the rare 95.
The rare 95 mithril adamantium bottom.
Did I get their names right? Was it John and Tyler?
I think it's John and Tyler. I just remember it because our cousin Tyler John.
Oh, right on.
I don't really, but it sounds funny if it's true.
Yep, but those guys literally just live right across the water.
I got new slippers.
Over there.
John.
They live over there. I mean, more to the left. So we'll probably be seeing a lot more of those guys in the future. But anyways, we're definitely going to do a video on this ski that Jason is trading that 95 XP for. Trading it for this. I mean, this is a lot newer and a lot nicer looking, but they took it to the dealership, and we're going to do a whole probably video on this. They took it to the dealership and they wanted just stupid money and just ridiculous amount of time to get this thing done, and they were like, come on, it's only summer here for 2 months, we got to get out on the water. But that'll be coming up at some point. But I just kind of wanted to tell you guys what happened with that, and really hoping that it works out better today. Here we go, got the 95. I got it all tuned up nice. Runs really good now. Just needed a little bit of tuning to compensate for those screens that Jason put on the carbs. Not much, just a little bit of tuning. But yeah, now it's like not a problem. Starts right up, idles fine. It was being kind of a pill yesterday. Didn't even use the primer. Held the starter button, gave it a little bit of gas, fired right up. This has been sitting for about 30 minutes. I mean, I have had it out, but it was like 30 minutes ago, so it's nice and cold. Ripping right off the bottom. Most of you guys on the internet won't understand, but and John and Tyler, you guys don't know what I'm talking about. I was being such a pill yesterday. Nice and quick. Now this thing runs good. No bogging, no hesitating, it just goes. Now it's got a nice idle. You can just floor it and it takes off. Yeah! It's amazing how much difference it is with just Jason putting the screens on the carbs. And it just needed a tiny tweak on the fuel screws. Just tiny. And it made a world of difference. But I got my 96 out here. You can see it hiding over there. It's been requested to drag race the one with the pipe against the one without. So this is the 95, no pipe, bone stock, except for, I don't know what kind of flame arrestor came standard, but that's long gone. It's just got those screens like I've been talking about. Then I'm taking the 96. This thing, I should start making excuses for the 96 right now. I have it out here for a tuning day, so it's not spot on. My bottom end sucks, and hopefully the top end will keep up with the 95. Last time you guys saw my 1996 Project Seadoo XP, this isn't it here, but it makes a nice background. But the last time you saw the 96 Project Ski, I had taken it out for that entire day of riding, and I said we're either going to run it out of gas or we're going to break down. And I thought we ran out of light, but it turned out the starter completely fell apart, and you guys know it wasn't running quite right. So let me just show you what I did to fix the 96 XP. All right, just gonna knock this starter out first of all. It's gonna be a real simple deal. I just gotta get it put back together, get some Loctite on the bolts. Don't know if I said this yet, but this was all hanging out inside there. That's why at the very end it wouldn't, or when I wanted to flush it, it wouldn't start. So yeah, just gonna get some Loctite on these bolts, get them reinstalled, and this thing should be fine. And then we will move on to the carburetors and their special issues. Just making sure the action on this is still good. Didn't get like salty or whatever when we had it all falling apart. Probably just bench test this real quick and make sure it works. Negative. There. Should be able to tap this on the battery. Well, it still spins. Right, we're at the carburetors now. This one, or the rear, was actually running pretty well. The spark plug in that cylinder looked pretty darn happy. This one, the front, the spark plug looked like it is maybe rich or lean at the bottom, and then rich or lean at the top. So like opposite. So it's lean on one part and rich on another part would be my guess. Because it's kind of like white and black at the same time. I don't really know how to describe it. It's very unusual. But one thing that why I pulled this plate off was so I could inspect the you know, how well these are synced up. And I'm not loving how they're synced up, so I might be adjusting the sync on these carburetors, but or the synchronization. But this is the one. This has a 140 for the main jet, and this one has a 135, and this one was a lot more happy, so I'm thinking about maybe running a 135 in this guy as well. I definitely need to get some like different bolts for this. Like, I'm not loving the bolts that I have. Now, if you see the bottom of this guy, one of the reasons it's having problems with how it's synced is because the plate is a little bit messed up. So I'm going to see if I can get these screws out and see if maybe we can actually just flatten this throttle plate back out. And I did remove the choke plate from this recently, like earlier today, so I was able to get those screws out. So I'm hoping if I do the same thing, I can get these screws out. If that works to break them free. But they're not coming out. Just gave them a couple more taps with this and they actually came out. So that is great. Great. Now, get this blade out. I can show you guys what the hell's going on with it. Great. Crap, I don't know if I'll be able to fix it because it has to come out the bottom. Try to push it through the top and it hits the atomizer or the bullseye or whatever you want to call it. Because that's the side that's messed up, so I need to push it through. It hits that, which obviously makes it so I can't get it out. Gotcha! Yes, I've got it removed. That was a pain in the brain. Let's see if we can fix her up, huh? I mean, ordering a new one would be too easy of a fix for us here. We like to do everything the hard way. It's sort of flattish. Nice. Gonna clean up these burrs with the old file, like I always do. Here is my setup for, you know, truing it out and kind of sanding it down. A little crappy screw, machine screw in there, and sandpaper, and just spin it. Now I just got to test fit it about 12 more times until I get this right. Alright, finally got this to where I wanted it. Screws reinstalled. Good action, a nice straight butterfly now. Man, I really wish I had the parts so that I could leave this choke plate out. Or not the plate, but you know, the rest of this stupid thing. And I'm supposed to smash the end of these screws so that they can't come undone. I put Loctite on them. I don't know how well that's going to hold. And if it drops a screw and blows up my motor, I will definitely let you guys know and admit my own stupidity. Now, I can actually sync these carbs now that Now that that throttle plate is straightened back out. Obviously, we want both of the butterflies to be open the same amount at full throttle. Pull this all the way open now. They're slightly misadjusted from each other. This one here is opening slightly farther, and I'm able to use the bullseye as kind of a point of reference here. So, obviously, you're just going to do a little adjustment on the little thingy here until they're both exactly the same. Now, these carbs did not come on the ski. These are off of eBay, so they were all weird and set up weird and had weird jets, the whole deal. So when you buy carbs off of eBay, it's a good idea to go through them. All right. I think we're looking pretty darn good. Obviously, don't want to forget about locking the nuts back down on here. Gotta hold the center thing because that's the actual adjustment, and turn the little nuts until they're locked onto there. That was the standard thread one. This one is reverse thread, so loosening it will be tightening it. And there we go. All set. Got the carburetors and the starter reassembled here on the 96, and here it is out on the water, ready to race the 95.
This ski has the only mod that counts. Finger throttle.
And you know what's really cool about it? Is it actually has cruise control. When you hold it wide open, it sticks to the rubber and just stays wide open for you.
Nice. I always thought these grips seemed really good.
All right, well.
Those must be stock grips. They're the same thing as on this, only they're not all toilet papered out.
We're gonna start out with the drag race. We're gonna have to start from a little bit of a roll because my tuning for the low speed is not quite right.
Hey, shout out to Amy O'Toole. I'm gonna try and drive as good as you.
Oh.
Do you think I got the right name?
It was something.
I'm sorry if I got your name wrong.
Let me blow this out for a minute.
I'll just roll with you.
Okay. I haven't ridden this one for like 5 minutes and it's already cranky. Three, two, one, go! It's useless. It's all garbage. All this pipe and crap is useless. What a waste. All right, follow me around while I blow this thing out. unstoppable. Not even with aftermarket parts. You can't stop the incredibly rare 95s. It'd take tons of aftermarket to catch up.
That's a lot better.
But to be completely honest with you guys, I'm not dialed in on the carbies. So take that how you want, as an excuse or as the truth. It's just a fact. Not saying that if it was perfect, it would run with that ski. That one is dialed in absolutely perfect right now.
Well, you're gonna dial that one in.
Yeah, I'll get this one dialed in enough time.
I mean, let's be honest. You dialed this one in.
Well,
So you're gonna dial that one in.
that's true. That part's
That's
true.
the only reason this one's so good.
I'm a victim of my own success.
Well, I don't think you're a victim.
Well, yeah, not a victim. You guys know what I mean. If I hadn't have made that one so good, I probably would have won.
Or if you'd just ridden this one instead of that one.
Oh, man. The 96 isn't quite dialed in enough to hang with the mighty 95 Seadoo XP. These things are a ton of fun to ride, and we were having a great time riding them today. And we actually have more footage from this day, so if you guys want to see another video on these Seadoo X4s, definitely let me know, and we'll try to make that happen. If you give this video enough support, I'll make sure that that is the next video that happens. Support meaning views, thumbs up, comments, and get your friends who you think would enjoy the video on the XP and share this video with them. I just want to ask about some parts because I do need some parts for one of our Seadoo XPs, and I'm looking for a stator, the magnet that goes on the flywheel. Let's see, the stator, the magnet, and also a set of carburetors for it. So if you guys have that stuff and you want to send it to us, and also I am willing to pay for it, so definitely please hit me up on my Instagram at jetskibrothers.